Hello.
We're throwing around some science terms around here.
All I did was I just said Leah was like, do you want the extra pillow behind your back? And I was like, it's supporting my lumbar.
We're like, is that, I don't know if that's used correctly, but I believe you.
She just won't. She's giving me so much crap about it.
When you get past 30, it's like we care about our shoulder tension, our neck tension, our purple pillows, our back, right?
Like head, shoulders, knees, and toes, but like, where does it hurt? Like, why do I randomly
have yet to like throw out my back, knock on wood.
Oh my, no, that does not need to happen.
That day will never happen. We don't need that to happen ever.
Go knock on some wood. Like, unfortunately.
Is there no wood in this room?
The floor.
Look, oh yeah.
Yeah, I've been.
All right, now we're covered.
Yeah, being in your 30s, you really do like randomly. You're like, oh, what did I do? And you're like, I was just living.
You're like, I opened a can, and all of a sudden, like my arm is.
No,
I can't move my arm. Or
I know. Oh, side note, we're a very like opposite color coordination.
Oh wow, I didn't even realize that.
Wow.
Whoa. That's how you know you're twinning without realizing that.
Which reminds me that we have started linking our outfits in the show notes because we're getting some questions. So
if you too would like to look like one of us,
if you two would like to wear navy and white in any kind of combination,
you could be navy, white, and then
yeah, we could go monochrome. We could. Yeah. But should we get into things? Our twins and outs. Just get straight to it today. We
have an agenda.
I know. We're just
another thing that happens when you're in your 30s. You just get right to the point
sometimes, or you're completely sidetracked.
Or
there's no middle. It's like I'm either like just bumbling around aimlessly, like I'll just scroll for another.
What did I just do for the last hour? Or it's like, come on, we need to cut to the point.
Checklist 1, 2, finish this task at 12:38. At 12:39, I begin next task. Reminder to do your Duolingo for the day. Like it's the checklist.
I don't think I'm ever on that list or that level, but
sometimes I have to like reorient myself. If I'm just bumbling around, I'm like, oh, what do I need to do today? I'm like, no, you need to write.
Focus, Sarah.
Blocks. Speaking of focusing, twins and outs.
We're about to prove ourselves wrong.
Yes. I was like, whoa, just went on a tangent. Oh, whoa.
I guess I'll start.
Okay.
I think my in this week is going to be my Dutch oven.
Ooh.
Or should I say Dutch ovens?
She's a collector now.
I have 2, and I may or may not have just gotten a third one.
Dude.
But you know what? They're all different sizes. They all have their own purpose.
They do. Yeah.
And so this new one is like, oh gosh, what it's called. I think the color is called Rhone. I have 2. They're Le Creuset. And like you can get a lot of different Dutch ovens. It doesn't have to be Le Creuset, but Le Creuset is like the OG. And I feel like they last so well. Like they're just such great quality.
I feel like people heirloom, or you know, it's like when people give you their cast iron.
Exactly. It's like don't ever wash it.
Pass it down.
Yeah. Wash this one. Wash this one. But I have one that's like the one Colin that I got from our wedding. It's like a wedding gift, and that one is the one I use for my sourdough because it's a little smaller. And then last year for Black Friday, I got myself a big one that's like the round bottom, so it has a lot of like surface area, which is good for like braising things or like grilling things, you know. So it's like because you want everything to sear.
I think ours is also round bottom,
or it's like a little more shallow, but has a lot more surface area.
Okay. Oh, I see. Yeah, really like braise. Yeah.
Yes. And then the new one I got is more deep, so I can do like soups and stuff.
Smart.
And when I say like, if you have a good Dutch oven, you don't really need any other like pot or pan.
Yep.
It's pretty true. Or you can be like me and just be like, oh, now I just need 3 Dutch ovens.
Andrew and I cook all in cast iron or stainless. And like, you know, Dutch ovens are basic. I mean they're like the ceramic, right?
Yeah.
But it's like along the same lines. Like it help, like you can sear things. You're like, I never knew I could make a steak this good. And you're like, it's really boils down to
it's so true.
Like what pan you're cooking things in, and just no, you're right.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I've been using my nonstop, especially now that it's been slightly like chillier. So I've made sourdough. I've made chili for you guys when you came over. Let's see what else I
just made a pasta bolognese.
Oh my God, that is one of, and
it's so good. god.
America's Test Kitchen has the most amazing Dutch oven cookbook.
Yes.
I swear I have probably tried.
Cook it in your Dutch oven. Actually, we can put that in the show
We'll link
notes
that
if you
too.
want.
But I swear to God, if you want to just like have a recipe book that you can just put your finger down, you know,
And every
let's try
recipe's
this one.
good.
Every single one, I'll make it, and people will be like, "What is this?" The chili I made was from that book.
Oh yeah, the
too.
pumpkin one. It just
You guys, okay, we'll put all that in the show notes. But it's
got the beef.
It is
it's
my
got
holy
the-
grail cookbook. If I have, it has the bolognese, it has the chili, it has an amazing like.
It has the
couscous,
sourdough.
that one that tastes kind of like chicken
that-
pot pie.
That is it is isn't it? Oh, that is
It tastes
so
just like
good.
chicken pot pie, but it's like a couscous.
That is
kind of risotto.
delicious. I just thought of that.
It does have sourdough. I haven't tried their recipe, but I'm sure. But it's so good. Like Colin and I, those are our go-to recipes. And if I only had one recipe book, it'd be that. So Dutch oven and Dutch oven recipe book.
I like that book too because when you're cooking from that book, like it's all in the Dutch oven, so then you can like clean up everything else.
Exactly. I mean, it's super easy, like clean up, right? Like you might chop stuff, but everything you cook is just in the Dutch oven.
Yeah, and it's like by the time it's time to eat, you only have like one pan left to clean up, and you're like, I can do this.
So
that's your in.
I'm in my Dutch oven era. Now that when it's fall, it's like I'm just making these like one pot soups, stews, you know, my sourdough, and I'm just like, I'm so happy. I love it.
La 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 la.
Oh my goodness. the sound clip.
Sounds of fall. My in is also along the fall lines, but I made my first batch of pumpkin spice syrup.
And you didn't bring me any?
Okay, so I need to.
Oh,
no, I was dealing with.
That is the number one sin.
I know, but here's the deal. I was dealing with the ends of all of my ingredients. Like when I make mine, and I've played around with different ingredients. Molasses is the key to a great pumpkin spice syrup.
It's true.
Because think about this. If you were to like roast a pumpkin or like even like sweet potatoes, it gets that almost like molassesy, like dark sugar flavor.
It almost like, kind of like seeps out.
And like that deep caramelized, which molasses has that flavor. So then when you add that with all the pumpkin spice flavors, it just kicks it up a notch. So I only had enough to make like a half batch.
Okay.
And I also tried, I tried this year straining it, like straining the pumpkin and
probably makes it a lot
spices
better,
out.
yeah.
I don't mind a little bit of like the pumpkin texture at the bottom because I'm all for it, but I will say I've been using like the pumpkin puree and all the spices that I strained out. I've been putting that on top of yogurt bowls. And it's
Because it's kind of sweetened from the molasses, right?
yep, like because it's all been like
gosh.
steeped in it, so it's not
Girl,
not
you're
too
giving
sweet.
me all the ideas.
I know. So
That sounds amazing.
I was just like, start of fall, like or start of September, like let's just go strong. And I've been trying to like, if I'm really feeling it, if I'm feeling moved by the season, like I'm gonna go into it. If I'm feeling moved by the season, which I was feeling moved by the season, so.
Wow.
I just, some years you're just like, I don't want to put up my decorations yet for the holidays or whatever. You're like, okay, then don't. Like, no one's pressuring you to.
Yeah.
Except yourself. And so this year I was just like, I just really want a little bit of pumpkin spice to throw in my purse, and then I can take to the coffee shops and add.
Sarah keeps like the tiny
little
like
jam
the
jars.
Bon Mama jam jars. That's just like the single serving. If you go to like a diner, they'll just give you that tiny little one. And
Yeah.
so we both have them.
Or the little baby like maple syrup bottles that they'll give you at like Cracker Barrel.
Yes, and you can just keep them, and then you put the syrup in there. Put your purse syrup.
Because at New York, a lot of places don't even have pumpkin spice, really.
That's a lie.
I mean, no, but like a lot of coffee shops don't do like flavors. A lot of them, or it'll just be like vanilla or whatever. But if I want a good pumpkin spice, either they charge you like $8 to $9.
it is true. It gets really expensive.
Or I mean, I feel like those prices though are like everywhere. When I've been traveling, I'm like, that's expensive for a special latte. But so I'll just put my own syrup in the little baby bottles and put it in my purse.
Spiking her drink. So like, ma'am, what do you have in your purse? She's like, it's just pumpkin spice
It's
syrup.
an empty bottle. Oh, that smells like pumpkin spice.
She's like, I just need a hit. I need a hit of the pumpkin
I don't
spice.
know what you're talking about. I've never made my own pumpkin spice syrup and carried around my purse.
The coffee shop by me, Jitterbus, I talk about all the time. They make all their own syrups in house, and so I'm obsessed with them. But I went and I was talking to the owner, and I was like, so what are the chances of like you making a pumpkin spice for the fall? And he's like, I wait, and he's like, I try and put it off as long as possible, but I wait until 10 people ask me because it takes a longer for them to like strain it and stuff, and they do a ton of batches a week.
That would make sense.
And I was like, okay, there's me. Colin's gonna ask. I'm like, I'll bribe my sister when she comes
I'll
into
ask.
town. So
I shall.
I'm just waiting when they do their pumpkin spice. I'm gonna be spamming you guys on stories. I'm gonna be like, look, it's here. It's pumpkin spice.
I just like once you've had a good pumpkin spice too, like Starbucks, you're like, what is that? Like that's not.
I just saw
in the
somebody
same
post on
realm.
their stories that they were like, it's pumpkin spice time, like to get a Starbucks one. And then she was like throwing it away. She's like, I don't know. This just did not taste right. Like, I don't know if they made it wrong or if this is just like how they're doing it, but not the vibes.
I have seen Starbucks has a toasted pecan cortado,
Okay.
which I'm like,
okay.
I
might have to try that.
I'm curious. Like, what is
Them
I'm
bringing on a
curious.
cortado was a good move because
was a
they
good
didn't have
move.
anything smaller than a flat
I know,
white.
I know. That,
So,
yeah,
okay, maybe we can go together and
I know.
we'll report back.
A little case study.
Yeah.
I'm all for it. Like, what's the cool drink? But I do like the pumpkin foam cold brew.
Like the cold foam.
I have not had that in
Their
so
sweet
long.
cream cold brew is also good.
But I'm talking like their pumpkin ones that taste okay.
I don't know if I've ever had their pumpkin cold foam.
It's
actually.
good. I mean, I make my own pumpkin cold foam now at home.
I mean, all
too,
it
and
is
it's
like whipping cream and some
cream
flavoring.
milk and
You whip it up,
yeah,
some flavoring.
yeah. So it's easy
All right,
to make
well,
at home.
next
but-
time, or else you bring me some of that syrup.
Okay.
Girl. Sarah
Okay.
made me a batch of cardamom coffee syrup.
I know.
Like what? 5 months ago, and I have not stopped pestering her. She still
Hasn't
hasn't yet to
been that
make.
long.
Yes, it was. It was this winter.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm just gonna be whipping up in the kitchen if anybody needs me. I'll
So
just
if
be.
Sarah doesn't show up for the next episode, you'll know that she didn't bring me any coffee syrup.
make
We're just one scoop of style now.
This is a solo episode.
asked her.
Sarah's judging me. Okay, what's your out? What did I say my in? Pumpkin spice.
Pumpkin spice. That
My
was
own
onto the
pumpkin
tangent.
spice that I made.
It is super good.
Yes,
Super
yes,
good.
yes.
Okay, my out. It's my poor little decapitated fingernails because
What?
I have been doing like the long fingernails
Oh.
all summer. Don't give me that. Don't
This
give
is
me
the saddest story that ever was. Poor girl. She's got
Okay.
short fingernails.
So I had the most. We talked. I think this was in maybe last week or 2 weeks ago that we had the best manicure.
Mine's still going strong.
I had mine like it was the longest my nails have been. They did like a really pretty almond shape where they
They did
tapered
look
them
nice.
out. And when I tell you that these nails were exquisite, they were so beautiful. But they started kind of peeling just from the bottom because I was being like really not careful. And I mean, it had been 3 weeks, so that's
that's a long time.
That's a long time.
I know,
for a
but
gel
I can't-
manicure, and I didn't have a single chip.
I can't believe that mine are still
good as new.
more than 3 weeks in.
But they started peeling, and once one little chunk came off of one, I was like, no, I can't do this. So I just kind of like, I took all of it off. And I was like, I'm going to have to start playing piano and all this stuff. I was like, maybe I'll get one more manicure, but I axed them. I decapitated the fingies, and my fingers, I was like doing Pilates this morning, and I was like, I look like I have little dwarf hands.
No, it's giving clean girl. It's
giving stubby
polished.
man fingers.
No, it's not. I keep my nails.
It's only because, I mean, I usually have my nails short, but it's just because for the past, 3 or 4 months, I've had them longer.
They have been really long.
And they haven't been square. Like right now I have them like squoval, if you will.
Squoval.
But they were like almonds. So like that gives it extra like length and slendery, fingers. And I'm just like, oh dear God, what happened to my fingers? Like just looking down and seeing that difference. I'm like, jump scare.
Yeah.
Every single time.
I'm so bad though. Like when I cut my nails, because I like a short nail all the time, just like cooking so much. If and like being in New York, I'm like, what if I touched what's under my nails? You know, it grosses
washing
me out.
your hands.
I know, but there's still stuff underneath there.
This is the one thing that Sarah and I will never agree on.
Anyway, there's still stuff underneath your nails. You can't convince me there's not. I mean, like, there's a reason why when we worked in the kitchen, we had to have short nails, no polish. They wanted them short and clean.
Okay. I
Anyway.
can keep my fingernails clean.
But I'm bad, and I just cut mine with like the clippers, and then I don't like even buff them out.
You didn't even file the edges?
No, sometimes
Girlfriend.
I don't. I just do like a bunch of little clips.
Oh God, you're just raw dogging the clipping and oh God.
See, for all you guys that think we're fancy,
God.
I'm just out there like no file. Just
Okay, Sarah's not fancy. I'm a little fancy, little.
It's just I know. I'm looking at him now and I'm like, all
You're
right.
gonna like dagger somebody with the corner of your finger.
I know. I did. I daggered Andrew accidentally, and I was like, "Ooh,
Oh my
sorry,
God,
man.
what are you doing?
I know. I need to get
Not
a file.
even using a file.
I just
Come
don't have a
on.
file.
It's called 50 cents
I
at the
know,
drugstore that you
okay,
walk past every
okay,
single
all right.
day.
This episode is just Leah and me like poking at each other, I guess. But yeah,
Oh my God, I have like
we're just
thinking
living
about you not filing.
Oh my gosh, they look fine. They look fine. She's being dramatic. Anyway, your
man,
your out then
my
was your stubby fingers,
decapitated
stubby finger club.
fingers.
We do have very short.
Look
baby
at
fingers,
them. They're
baby
so
hands.
stubby.
Oh my gosh, you're fine,
sad.
clean girl. I think you with your rings, like your hands look nice and just polished with your no polish.
They look nice and short,
Polished.
that's for sure.
Whatever. Moving on. So dramatic. My out. Okay, sorry if this grosses you guys out, but before I came here to film with Leah, I ran out and got a coffee in New York. I was like, okay, on the way to the station. I'm sitting there. I'm like, this is so funny because I've been trying to take 5 minutes where because I love coffee time. It's like my favorite time of the day. I'm like 5 minutes where I don't have my phone while I'm having coffee. Like the first 5 minutes of my coffee, no phone.
Do you find, because I do this too, and I'm like, oh, I'm in an elevator or just like sitting and I'm like, I'm waiting for someone to come back from the bathroom. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna look at my phone. I'm not gonna look. And then it's just like, what do I freaking look at? I'm just like looking at the corners of the wall.
Oh, 5 minutes can feel like a really long
feels
time
like
when
a
you're,
really
but
long
then you're like, how
time.
much time am I wasting? Just, I really feel like I lived those 5 minutes. So anyway, I've been trying to not look at
Awkward
it.
eye contact
Like
from everybody else.
first sip of coffee. I know. So anyway, I was sitting at this coffee shop where the seats I was sitting outside where the seats look out on the street, which is a good,
Oh, you sent me a picture that's so pretty.
and it's just nice because then I'm not like awkwardly making eye contact with anybody.
People watch. Feel
Yeah.
a little Parisian.
So I was just soaking in. I was like, oh, the sun's coming up. Oh, like little kids going to school. This guy comes up with his dog and partner, I'm assuming. She goes in to get coffee. The guy literally standing right next to me. I'm sitting, he's standing.
Wait, like inside the coffee shop.
Outside, because I'm sitting outside the coffee shop.
Oh, okay. So there's a thin piece of glass.
Yeah, like she goes in. I'm just like sitting like back to the window of the coffee shop looking out. And the man proceeds to blow his nose, no tissue, into his hand.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Just raw. Just no Kleenex.
Just no Kleenex.
No shirt sleeve.
He just decides to blow his nose, and I hear him blowing his nose, and I like look, and I see a bare hand.
That.
And then he looks at his hand, and I'm like, I am leaving. And I was like, it's time for me to go to the train. I have
Did
got to
he
get out of here.
wipe it on something?
I couldn't look. I could not look. I could not have that knowledge one way or the other.
Y'all, we lived through an era of COVID. Do not blow your nose in your
I've
hand.
never. I've seen people, sneeze, not cover their mouth, like whatever. But like blow
Blowing?
your nose into your hand, and then I was like, I got to get out of here because he was holding the leash with one hand of his dog, and I was like, I cannot stand here.
He's gonna hold his wife's hand.
Like,
on the way back.
senor, have
Ooh.
some decorum.
I
Like,
gotta say, I've never seen that, and I hope I never.
that would be
witness
the
that.
biggest ick. If any guy,
Whoa.
if you're dating any guy and they just blow their nose into their hand, just no
Ooh.
tissue, blow their nose.
That's
Done.
That's major offense. Oh,
So
that's
my out.
gross.
And then I was like, well, I guess I know what my out's going to be while we film today. Yeah, it's pretty gross.
This week we have our scroll talk.
Scroll.
So maybe you can preface this one because I felt like you posed it to me really well.
Yes.
And I think we're all noticing this trend. I mean, really for the past like year or so too, but I think this fall
It's kind of been like late
Hyper-aware.
summer, where it's this push. I've been seeing a lot of videos where it's like, when you want your summer or your fall to look like a Ralph Lauren 90s Ralph Lauren catalog. And it's just like cozy vibes, like everybody's playing, and it's just like this 90s nostalgia that has been popping up. Like we've been seeing it recently, like surging, but like into fall where everybody wants a 90s fall. Like you're starting to see
Like when Harry Met Sally. I've seen those like collages.
Little Shop Around the Corner, right? Isn't that the bookstore one?
Yeah.
You've Got Mail.
You've Got Mail. But it is her store is Little Shop Around the Corner.
Everybody is just idolizing in social media recently, especially going into fall, like these 90s core moments. And I was
They're
thinking,
like Meg Ryan outfits, and I'm like, I would wear that. I would wear that. I would wear that.
Fashion, just like way of life, like everything 90s. I'm not saying good or bad, but like it's been very prevalent in social media. So why do we think in social media we're seeing such a big push for like 90s fashion, 90s like way of life? What's that about?
I mean, I think we're always kind of like looking back on something that makes us feel like, back when times were simpler and things like that. And I think the 90s were like the last time that we didn't have cell phones. We didn't have the internet really. I mean, like
Slow dial-up.
but slow dial up. It's like people were so disconnected from, I mean, each other and stuff like that. But it's like, or even like, you know, friends where it's like, oh, we got to go check
Did anybody leave me a voicemail?
the voicemail. Right. And it's like going back. And I think fall in general makes us feel really nostalgic. And it's like you're reflecting on the year past and like how things are kind of slowly going into more of hibernation and how you're going to get into your cozy time and, you know, just reflecting. And I think it feels good to think about what life was like before we were so busy and so wrapped up in our phones.
Right. I think
And that was the last time that like we didn't have that to worry about.
I think that's a big part of it. Now we know as well, fashion is cyclical and fashion cycles are about like 25, 30 years.
Even though
like,
people try and deny it.
yeah, everyone's like, why are the 90s back? It's like, think of the fashion cycles, right? So I think along with some of these 90s fashion trends, along with wanting life to be simpler, it's also like with the fashion kind of comes to with a return of wanting that time of life.
Yeah, I mean, it's like if we're doing the 90s, let's just go
do
all
it.
in, right? I
Yeah.
saw somebody had their like bridal shower or engagement party or something like that, and they had a camcorder. Like they're like, we rented a
Really?
camcorder and like took it around, and it was super cute, but it gives that sort of like sepia, you know, like nostalgic, like things are kind of grainy. It's like everyone being obsessed with Fujifilm and stuff like that. That it just gives that. I don't need it to be high def. Like I want it to feel cozy.
I want to feel like real.
I want to feel real.
A little candid.
And I think also with like AI being so huge that it's like we want something to feel so bare bones that you can only say it's real.
Oh my gosh, that's a really I hadn't thought of that. But no, I think you're right. Like it's a little swing back. People want to really feel like I don't want something that's super like tailored. I want to feel human.
And I think we're really craving that right now because I mean, you can make it look like a dinosaur is sitting in my living room wearing my sneakers and it looks so real. You can show bunnies, you know, on the
Trampoline.
back cam on the trampoline and fool everybody. But it's like, we want it to go back so hardcore to just being simple and human and touchable.
Where you walk outside of the house and you don't have a phone on you. If you want to know
Like,
what
it's hard
time
even
it
to
is,
just like imagine.
you have to wear a watch.
Like, what?
And we lived in we lived through the 90s. It's not like it's a time that we knew,
But we
and
were
even though we
kids.
were kids, but
Like, I remember having to, you know, do our dial-up internet and like we had one family computer. I remember when we got internet for the first time. We got our printer. You know what I mean? But it's like kids these days, they've never not had it.
and I think
And we are so addicted to our phones. I mean,
yeah.
oftentimes it's like I'm sitting there like and my phone is in my hand even if I'm not looking at it. And I'm
What
just
did I
like,
say? It's hard to go 5 minutes.
yeah, I'm like, just set the phone down, Leah. It's gonna be okay.
Phone down and step away.
Yeah. But I think that's why we're also craving the 90s. And also it's like,
Do you think it's also part of? Sorry to interrupt. Do you think it's also part of Gen Z? They are like the first generation to grow up not having had really any experience.
I mean, they don't know what it's like.
They don't know what it's like at all.
So they're probably using that as a touch point of like
what is
what
that?
was that world?
Wow. Like I walk outside and like, how do people know where I am? They don't. You
They
know,
have no clue. They cannot find your Snapchat.
So it is just interesting that as we're advancing with technology, AI, like you said, we're kind of wanting this pushback of disconnecting, a little bit more realness, and like that 90s core. And like you said, fall is always nostalgic. So
Yeah, I think fall just like makes us think about, just makes us think about our lives and how we've changed over the year, because we're like, oh, we've had a couple months and then it's time to close. And, but yeah, also like those classic like rom-coms and like Friends and those all like take place in the 90s. And it's like
Gilmore Girls. I mean, that's like early 2000s.
but when you think about them, a lot of them, it's like it does have that cozier vibe to it. Like it's not so like fluorescent.
Yeah. There's a lot of people, I know this is like not 90s, like, but there's a lot of people saying like they've been showing their kids 90s TV shows and it's way more like chilled out.
And like way slower paced.
Like kids, like they carry a whole thought process through, as opposed to like click, 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 click.
Yeah. And so I don't know. I mean, we're never going to go back in time and not have cell phones. But I do think it's an important thing to be like, and I think as we get older too, we crave simplicity. And so it's like going back to our cores and thinking, okay, how do we like embrace that cozy vibe? How do we like have some time to disconnect? And what is it that like being in that era represents for us? And how can we still kind of like make contact with that even in, what, 35 years later?
Being
40 years later?
In the moment, I think is what it really comes down to. Like the 90s fall, it's like, yeah, like you walk outside and unless you're like reading a book and walking, it's like
you're just walking.
You're walking and you're looking at the trees and you're, I think
you
the
don't
nostalgia
have a podcast. You don't have a Walkman.
You might have a cassette player.
Yeah, but that's it. You might be carrying a boombox on your shoulder.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's just a little like connecting back to the core, mindfulness. So things to think about.
Yeah, but I hope you all have a beautiful 90s fall.
90s fall.
Wishing you a happy 90s fall.
Shall I read the first question? And as always, if you want to be featured, send us a DM on Instagram. All write-ins are anonymous. We keep your secrets.
We keep
all
your secrets here.
Okay. Hi, girls. I'm the older sister of 2, but I've always felt like the baby of the family. My younger sister is a big go-getter. She owns her own business, and I've always felt a little bit in her shadow, even growing up. Oh. She's 4 years younger than me, by the way.
Girls will go get her. She's like, business.
Boss babe. About 5 years ago, I moved away from our hometown and started building a life for myself that helped with a lot of these insecurities. I have a job that I love now and an apartment with 2 cats. I feel you. And I feel so happy on a day-to-day basis. Moving away has helped me to feel independent and proud of the life I've created in my 30s.
Oh, that's amazing.
The problem is, my sister and her husband have decided to move near me.
I could see that coming.
And I'm nervous. I'm going to start feeling all my old insecurities again.
Oh, wow. Wow.
I love my sister and we're decently close, but I want to make sure I don't lose sight of how comfortable and confident I've become over the last 5 years. What would you do in this situation?
This is so interesting. I don't know if I've ever thought of like a situation like that, because usually people are like, I am trying to move closer to my family, because you're like having a kid, or like you miss your family, or you want to be closer to your parents, or maybe somebody's sick, or
She just wanted to get a little bit out of this sister's shadow.
Yeah, I feel like, that's so, I mean, I feel like you've done the work already.
It's been 5 years?
5 years, I think. So like, I totally get, I mean, the first summer I spent away from Sarah, I think I said this before, and here's like, I was talking to people, I was doing like rehearsals for a show, and I kept on saying like, oh, we like to do this, or we're gonna, and they're like, who's we? Like, who are you going with? And I was like, oh, me. Because I had always just said we, because we always were doing stuff together and like got along, or best friends, And it was like, I wasn't even away because I wanted to be away from Sarah. It was just for work. But because of being separated, I think we both grew to be more independent. And like, I think I really valued that too in myself. But then having Sarah move closer, I don't feel like that's changed at all.
No, I think
our independence that we've
you've
kind of
altered your brain to be independent. I live I've created this life for myself in a town that I have kind of discovered by myself. I have an apartment. I really like cats. I love my
your little
job.
family unit.
And you're very confident. Now, I think like maybe it's more just the fear of those things coming back than like them actually coming back.
It's sort of like PTSD, right? You're like, this happened once, it could happen again.
Yeah. Like, this one time when I was on vacation, my brother like barfed on my head, and now I'm always afraid to like every time I go on vacation.
Yeah.
Like,
or like, I remember everybody made fun of me for wearing glasses in elementary school, so I'm never going to wear glasses again. And like it's easy to let those earlier experiences let you spiral. But I think comparison, especially between siblings, is so much more like, it like hits more
It's ripe.
when you're younger. Like everything is about comparison, right? It's like, how does my body look compared to this? How am I doing in school compared to my sister? How am I like
how popular are they compared to me?
Yeah, I feel like comparison is like so much as you're sort of coming into your own, because you don't know who you are yet. So you're like looking to everybody else to be like, who am I? Who am I? Who am I compared to you? Who am I compared to you? And now you've lived 5 years on your own.
Yeah, you're well into your 30s, so
you've figured out who you are,
and you've had those
at least to a degree
moments that make you feel confident as an adult. Like, this is my life. I'm proud of this. Where I don't think they said, right, moved away from hometown.
Yeah.
Moved away from my hometown, because I was gonna say sometimes like when you kind of feel like against your siblings. I don't want to say it could be the parents, but like, maybe it's also just like having to live under the same roof with your parents, and them like,
I think it's like even just being in the same town. It's like, do you ever feel this when you go home, that it's like you feel who you were when you were in high school or weird stuff, or like going to visit like our dad lives in our childhood house still, and it's like you enter the room and you're like, oh my God, I am 16 again.
This is where I played with my blocks.
Yeah, somehow it's like the location also plays a big point in how you feel in your own skin.
So maybe you just being in a different town that you've kind of discovered and created a place by yourself.
Yeah. I mean, I think of it this way, like she's moving to your town.
Yeah. Oh, I like that.
This town ain't big enough for the two of us. Like, the little movie theater theme. But it's like, she's moving to your town. You've already been established there. You know the hot spots. You know where you like to hang out.
You got your friends.
You've got your friends. You've got your place. It's like she's going to be new there. You have a leg up for maybe the first time in comparison.
Yeah.
You have a leg up. You can show her.
And you said you love your job?
Yeah, you can show her the ropes of this new area. But also, I think keeping in mind, she's moving with her husband.
Yeah.
So she also has her family unit where it's like, I don't think she's, if she was 4 years younger than you, single, moving into town, like didn't have any connection, doesn't have like a job that she's trying to find. It's like, that might be a little bit more shaky because she doesn't have like her own foundation. But it sounds like you've got your foundation and she also has a lot going on.
So maybe
this could be a nice thing.
This could be a really good thing. You have a chance to like get to hang out more as adults. Like, she's got her full grown adult life. You've got your full grown adult life. And yeah, I would say let's like see how it goes and like, and reflect maybe a little bit on your boundaries, like before she gets there. Like, just what are things that make you happy, and just like don't lose sight of that, because
yeah, maybe even like journal or like put some bullet points down on like, what are some boundaries, like what you're saying, what are some boundaries that I don't want to be crossed,
or like what are things that I'm proud of that I've done.
Yeah. And also, what are things that I'm looking forward to sharing with my sister? Because I mean, it's like, yes, sounds like you guys have compared yourselves to each other. It's brought out some insecurities in you, but like, I'd like to hope that you guys are still friends.
Yeah.
That you still like get along. And like Sarah's saying, being friends as adults now, it's like you sometimes become friends with your parents, and you're like, oh, we just hang out now with my parents. Like, they're not parenting you. I mean, it comes out here and there, but it's like you're more friends than you are like looking to them for advice or guidance.
Yeah.
And the same thing with like a younger sibling to older sibling, or just siblings in general. It's like, you can just be friends now.
Yeah.
And 4 years when you're 30 some, what's really the difference?
Yeah.
Like, I think it's going to be a good thing.
I think it's going to be good too.
Just, I think continue to value the things that you do value right now in your independence. And you've done the work. You're not going to suddenly go back in time.
Yeah, you got this. Strong, independent woman in your own town, and you're gonna show sister.
This is my
around.
town.
This is my town.
Let's see.
Oh, cracking through them.
Question number 2. How or where do you guys learn how to pose for pictures? You both always look so effortlessly natural. Thank you. Thank you very much.
When we're blowing our nose into our hands.
Ew, that would not be us. Only in the shower, Sarah.
Ew.
You both always look so effortlessly natural. While anytime I try and pose for a picture, I feel like I end up looking awkward.
Okay.
And that's it. Cry, laugh emoji.
We have been doing this and by this I mean like Instagram, social media for like what, since 2018?
Gosh.
So like we've had 7 years of practice of taking a bajillion pictures.
I was going to say, we only choose the ones where we're not doing like this.
Where both of our eyes are open.
Ooh, that would be a funny thing to do, post on stories. Some of like the ones that's like, oh, you thought we knew exactly what we were doing in pictures. Like,
but this actually took 100 shots in order for us to get a good one.
yes. I mean, yeah. So I think practice makes perfect, as it does with like everything. Like we know what formulas work. Like now when we film some videos that we have kind of like a series on, right? It's like, okay, we know how that works. We know the steps, we know the formula, and it takes no time at all. If we were doing something for the first time, it can take an hour and a half to film 15 seconds of something.
And for pictures, when we first started, I would go on Pinterest,
Yes.
look up picture poses, make a board, and then before we'd go out and shoot, I would stand in front of the mirror and be like, she's got her hand like, it's backwards on her hip, you know. Like,
I have an album on
she's
my
got
phone
one
right
foot.
here that says poses 192 pictures for people. Oh, look, she's got her legs crossed and she's looking off into the distance. Oh, look, she's just got her legs pulled up and she's staring with her sunglasses. Like all of those, we made so many albums. I have like a photo shoot album on Pinterest.
Mm-hmm.
Like, give yourself some ideas to go off of.
Also, on the other end, it's also who's taking your pictures.
That too. Yeah. Who's taking your pictures?
Because
Who's taking those?
you know, sometimes I'll be like, can you take a picture? And then, you know, I know what pose to be in. And then someone takes a picture of me. I'm like, my head is like as big as my body, you know, because like you always want to.
That's what Colin did. I literally look like a bobblehead. We were in like a small kind of confined space. And I'm like, yeah, just make sure like it's a little bit lower, right? I've got some short legs. We need those to be elongated. And he took it like from up here and I'm like, is that how I look to you? It's like my head is like, and my legs are like 3 inches tall. He's like, what? That's how you look. And I was showing some other people. They're like, I don't see what's wrong with it.
Oh
I'm
my
like,
God.
you don't see what's wrong. So I always, that is a fair point. It
Lower. Yeah. Ask whoever's taking your pictures to take it lower than you think.
yes, helps elongate.
I'm not saying like right under your chin or something, but like if they take it from, because especially if a guy's taking it, it's like usually from
It's way
overhead.
higher.
If you're a little bit
Yeah.
lower, it creates a nicer angle.
Or if you know what you want, have someone be your test subject first. So the person who's taking your picture, be like, go over there and then show them this is like the angle that I want. So then they can kind of have an idea of what you're thinking.
It's a lot of experimentation.
I will also say, Sarah and I did a lot of ballet growing up. And not to say that has made us like crazy graceful or anything, but something that every ballet studio has is a huge wall mirror.
That's true. So you're aware of like your
constantly-
angles, your
you're
shoulder
constantly looking
angle.
at your angles and how your arm looks and all this stuff. So, you know, play around. If you're looking at yourself in your mirror in your new outfit and you're like, I look good. What are you doing with your arm? What are you doing with your leg that you like? And then think, okay, here's one look. Here's how I like smiling with my eyes open. Here's how I like smiling looking off to the distance, or here's my cool girl look. Like play around with what you can immediately have that feedback.
Yeah, that's a
of
good
what you like.
Playing around in the mirror is key. Like
Yeah.
when
And
you're
you might,
starting out.
turn on some 90s nostalgic music and some Hillary Duff and sing into your fake microphone in your mirror while you're at it. But I think, looking and seeing what do I like about this pose and how do I, repeat it in a picture?
Yeah, if you see some inspiration or you're like, this picture looks so natural, like what are they doing? Oh, okay, she's kind of leaning, like just very, carefree. Oh, she's got her one leg kicked out. And then, okay, how can I do that in the mirror? Like, oh, okay, kind of like, yeah, just this way.
And on the same thread, like if you see pictures of people taking of you that you're like, oh God, like I don't like what was my arm doing? What was that? Then think, what was my tendency? Like, what's my tendency? Do I kind of stand
really rigid?
Do I
keep my hands by my side?
Or is my arm like doing some weird thing? So note the good and the bad and kind of come up with maybe like 3 poses that you can kind of use as your go-to.
Your go-tos.
Or you can go totally like Gen Z and everything's just...
I have had a lot of people say,
move.
I'm just going to move. Take a bunch of, just hold your finger down on the shoot on my phone and it'll just get like, and then you've got literally like a bajillion photos to choose
Another
from.
Another tactic. So go for the, if someone says, oh, like, look, can you take a picture of me? Okay, great. And then you go up there and you're like, what do I do? Have like your couple options that you've looked at the mirror or use like make a Pinterest board and be like that one. And then maybe try the move. I think we often tend to hold our breaths.
Oh yeah.
While we're taking pictures too, right? Maybe you're sucking in your stomach, maybe you're just waiting. Maybe whatever. It's like, is this good? And we're like, God, I look so frozen. So sometimes and I totally do that, or I'll be recording a video and I'm like, why was I holding my breath? I
do that too.
So I remind myself, breathe. Because that's gonna make you look the most comfortable in your own body too. Because your shoulders are going to kind of relax. Things fall into place as you're breathing because you're a human and you need oxygen to function.
The more you can like be in a comfortable environment, like if it's a place, maybe you want to start out if you're trying to like take pictures to like post, be somewhere where there's not a ton of people, because then you don't feel like everybody's looking at me. I feel so awkward, right? Because that's how I definitely felt at first. But if you can be in an environment, even like in your house, like I'm just sitting on the couch.
Set up your timer on your phone and take a couple, just to see what your body looks like in certain angles.
And like I said, I have no idea how many pictures we've taken since 2018. It's been
many memory cards.
Lot. And still, like we know kind of our angles and we know what we like. And still sometimes we'll set up the tripod and we'll be like, oh God, that was not what we thought.
Like we also like, both of our husbands like learned, Colin and Andrew, like they learned how to take our pictures. It was a lot of trial and error. We didn't know how to use a camera, like none of it. So, play around, have fun with it.
Yeah. Don't think of it as like, I have to get it perfect the first time.
What's
like,
wrong with my body? Why can't I figure out how to pose?
Give yourself grace to just experiment and have fun. But it's rarely I'm taking one picture.
Yes.
Like randomly, sometimes we'll have one where we're like, wow, you literally snapped like 3 shots and we're good. Like
that's rare.
And then we're like, well, that's the unicorn photo shoot. So it takes hundreds of pictures to get a good one. So don't expect to be perfect on the first try, because we've been doing this for 7 years and it's still not.
But the more you're kind of like looking at your poses, I think you're going to feel even more comfortable in your own skin and your body. And it gives you a sense of like
awareness,
confidence, awareness. And that can only be a good thing.
Good luck.
Have fun. Go
send
take
us,
those pictures.
Send us some of your faves. Send us your favorite pictures.
Go snap those pics. You want to read the last one?
Yeah. Wow. We are just cruising through. We spent so much time chatting that we're like, giving advice now is easy. I'm gonna need a little sip of water before I read this one.
Oh no.
Lee and I are very twinsy, sharing a little mango bubbly.
The mango bubbly is, I feel like you can only find it in like a couple stores, but it's so good.
So good. All right, thank you. Now I'm quenched. Also, my face unlocked your phone.
Oh, I hate that.
It's been doing that on a regular basis now.
No.
All right. Question number 3. She told me to dress my age. The dreaded phrase.
No, you didn't.
I'm a 37-year-old mom of 2. Even though I'm nearing 40, I love wearing colorful, trendy clothes because it makes me feel young and energetic. You get it, girl. I also work from home, so I wear a lot of athleisure, comfortable styles that are still stylish.
Okay.
I was talking to another mom at my kid's school who was saying it's such a hassle for her to have to go into the office every day. I told her that I totally understood and appreciate that my job lets me work from home since 2020. She then said it was probably a good thing I work from home or else I'd have to dress my age.
Mommy, what?
Karen, do you
She's
mind?
not even Karen if she's like 35. Like,
She's a young Karen.
she's a Karen in the making.
Well, I guess we don't know. We don't know how old this other mom is.
I guess that's true. Lord.
Yeah, so she said, good that I work from home or else I'd have to dress my age.
Girl.
Were you in a turtleneck? I was pretty taken aback by her comment and ended up just kind of laughing it off saying, yeah, definitely wouldn't wear joggers to the office.
Duh.
Like, you think I'm wearing this if I was working your job?
Sounds like someone's a little jelly that she's got to wear her, tied up corporate blazer and you've got your fun, juicy couture athleisure going on here.
I don't understand. But she said, but now I've been feeling insecure, especially for school drop off. Would love to hear your thoughts.
Okay.
Babe, do not let this other jealous mom. I totally think this is coming from a place of jealousy where she's like, what? This lady shows up in her cute little matching sets. What?
I think
Who
it's
does she
coming
think she
from a
is?
place of condescension.
Oh, that could be too, where she's just like,
Because she's like, oh, you work from home?
Oh, that's so
I go to the
cute.
office. I'm a corporate girl.
what's that? In a
Oh,
You do.
You do. Oh, from Bridesmaids.
Oh, you do.
Yeah.
what is that scene? I don't know.
Oh.
I can just picture her. She was like,
Helen, blah, 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 blah.
Helen.
Yeah. Oh, Favita say. Just like, no.
Oh, you do? Helen.
That she's like, she probably doesn't even know what you do.
Oh, it's so nice that you get to work from home and you just get to wear this little sweatpants.
Little kid looks. That she's, and you're like, I'm doing my work. I just don't have to go into the office.
actually, I look amazing right now.
So to me, that's come from a place of jealousy / condescension that she's like, oh, babe. Oh, honey.
This is Spanx, girl.
Honey.
This is a Spanx set.
Also,
Do you know the Air Essentials?
are you familiar with this line? Oh, no.
No, you're not. Oh, it's probably because you don't know.
You need something that
athleisure.
hugs your bootay a little better.
Or maybe this lady's wearing like a pantsuit. Like, I don't know what this other mom is wearing. Like,
Okay, let's just say though, we are firm believers that fashion, and I mean, we have our trend, the anybody can wear it,
Yeah.
any body, any age, that really like fashion is meant to be for everybody. Like maybe how you feel comfortable representing your body changes as you go throughout life. Like maybe you don't want to wear something as tight, or maybe, suddenly you really want to show off your arms more or whatever. Like how you want to show off your body can be different, but really anybody should be able to access any piece.
Yeah.
Like, everybody, I mean, people move their body. Like, was she saying that like, oh, a 60-year-old can't wear athleisure? Mama Scoop sure rocks some athleisure.
I mean, you can make. I mean, this girl said she wears like a lot of comfortable clothes. Like, that doesn't mean. And she said they're stylish. Like, just because I'm wearing something comfortable and casual, like, yeah, I'm not wearing my heels and a pantsuit.
It has really nothing to do with age.
It has nothing to do with age.
It's coming off of how she sees a hierarchy of society, that she's like, oh, if you work from home, you're lesser. If you go into the office, that's a grown-up job. And
Yeah,
that's
it's
just not the case anymore.
She's trying to, like, by telling you to dress your age, she's trying to knock you down a peg.
Yeah.
Which I don't understand this, like, school drop off mom, like,
Oh my
drama.
God, I've been seeing so much content about school drop off, and it's like, what do I wear? Like, oh, the moms and like all this, like, I'm like, the moms I see at school drop off over here are in like their robes still.
When do you get out of your car? Like,
That was the other thing that people were like, oh, I got like this outfit to get them. And it's like, no, please don't exit your vehicle. Please don't exit your, like, you're just like, bye, make good choices. Right?
school drop off was, we're running late, run out of the car, don't forget your backpack.
I see it if you're like in New York or a city where you're walking your kids to school.
Yeah.
Or you're in a community where it's like, okay, let's walk them to school. But even then, why do you need to be so dressed up?
It's like, yeah, it's like parent show and tell.
It is. It's all like, let me show off my new car. No, let me show off my new car. Oh, you still have that 5-year-old's last year's model.
It's
type
like
thing.
worse than like the kid.
It's adult bullying.
Adult bullying.
We're like on the playground, but now it's just like kid drop off, school drop off.
Oh, are those shoes from Target? I guess they are actually. So cute, right?
But you know what I mean? It's like you do not need to change anything about yourself. Like just
No.
because you're wearing cozier clothes and working from home, you are dressing to fit your environment.
Exactly.
She's dressing to fit her environment because it sounds like she goes into the office.
That's like comparing apples to oranges. Like it's just not the same. What you're dressing for is not the same.
She's not gonna wear a pantsuit and go do a Pilates class.
Yeah.
Like
and
just like you said,
that you
just
work
like
from
you
home.
said, yeah, probably wouldn't wear joggers to a business meeting. Like
I'm sitting at my house doing work. Like, why would I? Like, if you want to wear a pantsuit,
go for it.
But like, it also makes sense what you're wearing, and it sounds like
you're dressing for your environment. You're dressing appropriately.
sounds like you still
It's
feel
not an age thing.
stylish.
Yeah.
Like, right. They said they like wearing a lot of trendy.
Yeah, they're like I'm wearing like trendy, colorful things that show my energy. I think there's also this like crazy misconception that as you get older, that it's like everything you have to wear is shapeless, neutral, kind of bland, like kind of hide. There's just like woman at my Pilates class, one of the instructors, and we went to like an event. And when I tell you that she was the best dressed person in the room, it was like classy, fit her body well. And I was just like, oh, gosh, I love your outfit. She's like, she's like, thank you so much. She's like, I hate when people think, oh, you turn 50 and you have to dress like an old lady. She's like, I like style. I like fashion. I'm going to dress that way. And it's like, yeah, just because you're not 20 doesn't mean you can't like fashion. And it doesn't mean that you can't style trends and anything like that.
You never know too, because we don't have a lot of context. Like this other mom, she
old is
might
she?
be feeling insecure about her body.
Totally.
You might be like, like
So
she wishes she was like 6 foot or however tall you are, or just like what she might be jealous of you like physically, or like you might be younger than her because
So
we don't
many
have
factors.
There's so much, but it seems like it's coming from like a place of jealousy or insecurity on her part. It has nothing to do with you. So I would say you keep just doing you, wear what you want, wear the colors.
It's how you wear it too. Like wear it confidently.
Don't let this Karen get in the way of you wearing your colorful, cute athleisure wear, because it
You
sounds
know
like
how
you're
many
rocking
people
it.
wish they could wear some cute, more comfy outfits and work from home? Like
Yeah.
everybody. So yeah, don't let that get in your head. You're doing you. And if you go somewhere, like it sounds like you know how to dress for the situation, for the event. So
Don't let this lady get in your head.
Don't let her rob your joy. You live in that stretchable material.
colorful life of yours.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, thank you for listening to this week's episode of the Inside Scoop podcast. And if you want to be on next week's episode, you can send us a DM on Instagram at the Inside Scoop podcast. All write-ins are anonymous, and look forward to hearing from you.
Bye.